If you haven't subscribed, why not? Be wonderful. I'd like it. You'd like it. It'd be great. I promise you won't turn into a hamster. You might turn into a hamster. Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly senior citizen. I always have trouble with that. I don't know why. Nearly senior citizen here. And I just had a couple things to talk about on this upcoming week. Today is the night of the dreaded, hated, God, I hate April 1st, because I hate April Fools. I'm kind of a curmudgeon that way. I don't like being fooled. Being fooled is okay. But I think someone pointed out that basically April Fool's Day is basically lying. Just basically corporate lying. So, not that exciting for me. I don't like it. I like to know things, not be fooled by stuff when I'm looking for things. Every year, my one least favorite day. But yes, this thing here, my arm is getting arm. It's arm. If I really struggle, I can hold my right arm upward, my right hand, but boy, it is fatiguing, and it's just it doesn't stay because I'm trying hard, but oh man. But you should see I could do it for a while. When I try to lift my thumb, my hand still curls. Like I'm just trying to do this. Yeah, just that, and it's... Well, I actually can do that, sort of, because my fingers are up like... No, it's doing that, and then the more it does that. God, it's irritating. It's so hard to try and grab things. If I pull up my socks, this side I go, and then this side I'm like, and I try to thud my hand up against this end and then use my thumb to pull the stocking through my jeans and then pull. And I can usually get it in it before I lose my grip. So, yeah, it's carpal tunnel made worse by that radial smooshing. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Made worse by that. And the thing is, it might be that, and is probably that, is 99% most likely just those two things. But it's because of that 1%, might not, that I have a 7:30 appointment Pacific Daylight Time. Well, I mean, I gotta get up at 7:30 in the morning so that I can be on the road and at my appointment at 9:30 at the Veterans Administration. And it's, yeah, if I leave at 7:30, I'll make it there about 9-ish, which will leave me just about time to find a parking space and then get to my appointment. So that's always fun. So if I have a 15-minute, half-hour appointment at the VA, it's generally a good 8-hour shot, which is fine. All I pay for is my drugs. Second thing that I wanted to cover. I've talked about these before and how nasty they are and how I have fought my whole life to keep these, and how both my parents, mother and father, had dentures by the time they were in their mid-20s. Not because they didn't take care of their teeth. They did too. They fought hard to keep their teeth and were at dentures by 20. I have fought hard. I've made it to 52. I've got this bottom molar, these nasty things, and a whole bunch of scattered holes on the top. And that is because I have brushed and flossed every night. Now I've got an electric toothbrush because I want to keep these until they get pulled. So I'm working hard to keep, but notice I said pulled. My parents are helping me on this, thank God for them. I want to thank my parents for them. Depends on whether you're atheist or not atheist. If you're an atheist, thank my parents for this. If you're a theist, thank God for this. But my parents are helping me. It's going to take a while. We can't get it all done in one go. It's about $4,000 to have all my teeth yanked and new dentures made and fitted. We don't got that kind of money. And my parents helped me out here a bit. But what we're going to do, I have an appointment for the 7th of April. And we're going to start here-ish. Yeah, we're going to start here. We're going to yank as many as we can as we have money. So, starting the 7th, things are going to be a little painful for me. I'm not sure how I'm going to be doing this. The fact that I'm going to be doing my damnedest to make these, even when during the times I'm having multiple teeth yanked, is because I love making videos for you. And I love making videos for you so much, I will not even worry about my teeth being yanked out on that very same day to make more videos for you. Because it's therapy, yes. YouTube are keeping me alive, and I was surprised at just how much of keeping me alive YouTube has become. Because before that I had nothing. The death of my wife, I was fading away. I was sitting around waiting to die. And now I don't. I mean, I go places. I do stuff. I haven't ran for a long time because of the way I feel physically and the way I feel mentally. Mostly physically, of course, fibromyalgia, age, etc. And when I was, almost couch-bound from pain, I wasn't going to be doing a whole lot of running. But the other day, I live kitty corner across the street from my brother-in-law. And when I had to go from his house to my house, I actually felt so good about the world, and I felt physically good enough. I actually just suddenly, I started running. And I ran across the street from his house to mine. I haven't done this spontaneously in I don't know how long. Literally decades. So, I mean, I'm coming alive. I'm doing stuff. I take care of myself. My parents now. It used to hurt so much to take a shower. It took 2 hours to take a shower. Now, I can take a shower in 40 minutes. Still a while, but you know what? Hell of a lot better. Doesn't hurt anywhere near as much. I smoke a lot of medical marijuana, and if it weren't for that, I would be couch-bound. In fact, the more medical marijuana I smoke, the better I feel at that time. And it's physically impossible to smoke too much marijuana. I mean, the most that's going to happen is your lungs are going to go, hey, knock it off. We want oxygen. And since I don't feel anything but pain control from the medical marijuana, that's fine. I'm both lying and not lying when I say that, and I hate lying about even the littlest, tiniest thing. I don't always feel just nothing. I mean, sometimes I do get ripped roaring flat, stoned out of my gourd. And sometimes that happens, especially when I have friends drop by and we really smoke out because I've got some, they got some, or the day is a day that has the letter Y in it, and so we smoke. And yeah, generally about those times, it's not like when I was a kid when I smoked a lot of pot and I would be like, oh God. And then I'd hear music and I'd be trying to maintain and just close my eyes and just be drifting off into other universes and just be generally wasted because I'd go, what? Yeah, I was what? No, are we talking English? Now, when I smoke a lot of pot and get really stoned, I get horrible cotton mouth. My eyes get really dry. I forget everything even faster and harder than I do now. And yet there's a feeling, a very pleasant feeling, but no euphoria. So I'll feel very nice, pleasant, wonderful. It's a nice feeling. And if I get more forgetful in the cotton mouth, then I can get pretty ripped. Most of the time I don't. Most of the time, if I'm smoking out, it's just pain control. Because that's all I'm looking for, that's all I'm trying for, that's all I get, and then I stop because that's all I want. I don't want any of this. I don't want to get stoned all the time. That's not what it's for. I don't care about that. I want to get pain control. Being stoned on top of that is nice, but being stoned on top of that is not always necessary or wanted. But then when I do, I get ripped right out of my guard here, boy, let me tell you, I want to get ripped right out of my guard, I do. And there's been some good times. I've gotten ripped right out of my guard. Thank goodness it's both A, illegal, and B, not bad for you. Unlike alcohol, where I spent 23 years as an active alcoholic, and if I hadn't stopped drinking on the day that I had stopped drinking, I would have been dead in less than 3 weeks. I hadn't been eating literally eating nothing, because I couldn't eat when I was not drinking, because I'd throw everything up. And then the only way I could eat is if I drank, because then the shakes and the nasty feeling in my stomach would go away. But at that point, I wouldn't want to eat because I'm getting all my calories from beer, which I was drinking beer at that time. And so I got my calories and I wasn't hungry enough. I weighed even less than I do now. So, I'm still right at about 199 right now, which is not bad. 199. I drift between 195 and 199. Not a bad weight. That's what I weighed back when I was first in the Air Force. So, April 7th, teeth coming out. April 2nd, me going to the VA way too early in the morning. The beeping sound in the background, I don't know what. So, thank you very much. If you liked anything you've seen or heard, if you toss me a like, that'd be great. If you haven't subscribed, why not? Be wonderful. I'd like it. You'd like it. It'd be great. I promise you won't turn into a hamster. You might turn into a hamster. If you have subscribed already, why not share? Wouldn't hurt you. This one won't hurt you. You won't turn into a hamster. You might turn into a hamster. If you got any comments, write them down below. This time, I promise you will not turn into a hamster. It will not hurt you. You might turn into a hamster. Down below there in the show more, I used to have things, but as soon as my bloody hand starts working, I'm going to have them in there. Right now it's safe there because there's no links. It will not hurt you. You cannot turn into a hamster by looking there. You might turn into a hamster if you look there. You take care. See you on the flip side.